So much has happened about the Disney-Sony deal about Spider-Man. It seems like Sony and Disney are on their way to working out a deal, but in the meantime, we just have to hang tight. And during this whole thing, everybody has been pretty opinionated about things, either claiming that Sony is right or Disney is right, or that they should both just quit it and get along. How's it going, everybody? It's Warren, and we have heard from many different people from Marvel about what they think about this situation. And we've even heard from the Russo brothers talking about how hard it was to get Spider-Man in the MCU in the first place. But we didn't really get their opinion on the whole situation. They just simply told us that it was really hard to get Spider-Man in the MCU, but Kevin Feige managed to pull it off. However, today they have given their opinion on the Sony-Disney deal, and they think that Sony is making a tragic mistake. So I'll break down everything they said in this video. Quick reminder, tonight I'll announce the giveaway winner for the 500,000 Xbox One or PS4 giveaway. And if you'd like a chance to win a Nintendo Switch, be sure to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, and click the link in the description below. So in a recent interview with the Russo brothers with the Toronto Sun, they were asked, "You helped bring Spider-Man into the MCU in Captain America Civil War. Now it looks like Tom Holland's Wallcrawler is no longer going to be a part of Marvel's future. What do you make of the split?" Anthony Russo replied, "It was so difficult to get him into Civil War. It was an extremely long and hard process, but we were driven to make it happen. But Marvel Studios' president, Kevin Feige, pulled it off somehow. Disney and all the good people at Sony found a way to make it work, and it lasted a few films. We had a wonderful experience with that, and I think the audiences really appreciated that marriage. But we know how hard that marriage was to make in the first place, so the fact that the marriage fell apart isn't really that surprising to me and Joe." And then Joe stepped in and answered, "It was a tenuous, fraught union throughout the whole process. But I will say, stepping back and trying to be objective as possible, that I think it's a tragic mistake on Sony's part to think that they can replicate Kevin's penchant for telling incredible stories and the amazing success he has had over the years. I think it's a big mistake." So there you have it. The Russo brothers, the ones who brought Spider-Man into the MCU, think that it would be a big mistake on Sony's part to keep Spider-Man for themselves and take him out of the MCU. And I think most people would agree. Everybody really loves Spider-Man, but Spider-Man in the MCU, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, was simply a step above the others. And most people would agree that it is because he was in the MCU, that he was attached to such great stories. And Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home were really great movies, but Disney and Marvel Studios were still involved. So a lot of people, including the Russo brothers now, think that if Sony takes back Spider-Man and Marvel and Disney have no involvement, that it's going to be a big mistake on Sony's part and bad news for Spider-Man. But let me know what you all think about this. Do you think that Sony is making a huge mistake if they decide to keep Spider-Man to themselves and keep them in the Spider-Verse that Sony has? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And again, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, and click the link in the description down below for your chance to win a Nintendo Switch. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.